Excuse me, coming through. All right, time for a change.
Hey, what happened to the game?
Lock in, Patriots. We have a country to save.
Yo, Jack, hey, thanks for joining us in the car, man. Yeah, well, I don't know if you like, I think that was a very good description of what happened last night. Kid Rock versus Bad Bunny, UFC knockout.
I watched that. I was like, man, I didn't realize the tail of the tape was going to go. But, this really was a moment where Americans had a choice. And Benny, you promoted the heck out of this. And I know so many of us, the friends of Charlie that knew him. We knew that Charlie always talked about the Super Bowl show. He always talked about culture. That's why he always supported everything that the Benny Show was doing in terms of taking back the culture, fighting for cultural wins. And I know there are a lot of people saying, oh, why are you doing a Super Bowl, a halftime thing? Like, what does that have to do with anything? And I think all those people are very, very quiet now because they realized that Americans didn't want politics. They wanted something that just showed them that, you know what? It's totally cool and actually good to just be an American, to have something that's good, clean, family fun. And then, yes, at the very end, not only a tribute to our fallen friend, but also a proclamation of the gospel, proclaiming the name of Jesus, a show and a moment that were absolutely ordained and bringing people to Christ. And look, I got to say, having been there and in a small capacity, welcoming everybody in, and I was brought to tears in that moment. I was absolutely brought to tears. I didn't know he was going to do that. And when he went there, I just broke down, man. I just totally broke down.
Kid Rock just like from his heart, just like started preaching the gospel.
Kid Rock of all people, like I'm sitting there, I'm like, is this the same Kid Rock from, like ball with the, and he played ball with the ball, but I liked what they did because artistically, right, that's why he did the two introductions. And people noticed that it's like they introduced him as Kid Rock, then he went away. Then Antonio and Allison came out. Incredible, by the way, the violin cello piece, just so beautiful. And then they reintroduce him. Hey, this is Robert Ritchie. So it shows that path. It shows that redemption arc, that salvation arc. Like, here's a guy, girls and rock and roll and drugs and drinking, whatever else. And now it's like, no, now we're moving to Jesus. Now we're moving to the real stuff. Now we're moving to the deep stuff. And honestly, that stuff that they were singing about, go fishing with your dad. Go work on that 65 Chevy or the Pontiac, go work, go spend time with your kids. It's all about, again, faith, family, freedom. That's what we've been fighting for. And that's all people wanted to see. And the numbers speak for themselves that there is a massively underserved portion of this country that hasn't seen a halftime show like that, not just in years, in decades.
What's the tail of the tape, Jack? Like, what's the numbers going to shake out to be? Is it going to be 40 million viewers?
So this is what people need to know is that the 25 million number that has come out already, that's just from the main YouTube and Rumble stream. So that's just crunching the numbers there. We've already got just YouTube alone, Turning Point's main stream, 6.17. And the 17 is significant because the previous number 2 YouTube live stream of all time was 6.15. So that's the number 2 live stream in all of YouTube history. Incredible. The number 1 in terms of entertainment, because the first one was actually the Indian lunar probe. So number 1 in terms of entertainment on all of YouTube in all of the platforms' history. I can't even, it boggles the mind to even think about those kind of numbers. And then we haven't even sat there. Andrew and I were chatting about this last night. We might see 40, we might see 50. The sky is really the limit because we have so many partners. And then we haven't even got into X, and so many people were restreaming it and putting it out there. So yeah, we are going to see a staggering number of views on this. And it's something where, and I'm sure you heard as well, that the entertainment industry and the advertisers are very, very worried about this. And Cliff Maloney had a source inside NFL Networks who said they are freaking out over the size of this audience.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Because what it does is it ultimately shows that you've lost the culture war, that the NFL has decided to sabotage and betray their own fans, to do a program that is not in English, that has third world aesthetics, that's open borders messaging, LGBT messaging, woke propaganda. And I think the greatest sin of them all, you can't even listen to it. It's like mumble rap, but Spanish, and no songs that anybody knows. All the videos coming out from the stands, Jack, like shows people standing like statues. Nobody was into it. Nobody liked this. And so, like, I know we're up against a hard out, but can you tell me, like, what does this mean culturally for the zeitgeist of the NFL? I mean, I think that this, like this whole Jay-Z partnership has been a massive failure. I think this has exposed woke corporations, even worse than the Bud Light boycott. I think that this is like so much worse than even Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light.
Look, there's been a lot of rumors going around that there might even be advertisers now because of remember $10 million just for 30 seconds up on the Super Bowl, but you are guaranteed a certain number of ratings. There are going to be a lot of people picking up phones right now to their Fifth Avenue advertising firms, all the marketing directors of every company that put up an ad there saying, how many people were watching during that spot when my ad ran? Because we might be talking rebates, we might be talking refunds, we might be talking the rest of it. This is money. This is economic warfare. Hit them where it hurts. That's why Bud Light, and you saw what Bud Light was doing last night, by the way, if you watched their ad, right? Back to the Dalmatians, the Clydesdales, all the pro-Americana, because they're still hurting from the effects of Dylan Mulvaney and Bud Light. And they're trying to build back that market share, but they haven't been able to do it. And so what the NFL and all the advertisers are going to do and put pressure on to say, hey, you guys have this is a conservative Christian organization, and they're putting up numbers that rival yours. And I notice, I'll just say this, Benny, this shows we've totally split, where wokeness is left in the past. Wokeness is left in the dust. People don't want it. They want one America. They want one flag. They want one national anthem. We're sick of the nonsense. And you saw Bad Bunny around. I did actually go back and watch. I watched this thing at 2x. It was really weird. But with all the flags, and it was just mumble rap. There's no choruses. There's literally no choruses at all. And don't tell me it's political. Don't tell me, by the way, that it's not political when he's running around with all of these flags saying we have this one and this one and this one and we're all America. Like, excuse me? No. What do you mean we're all America? No, the United States of America. Okay, don't do that like woke. Oh, technically America's a continent. No, stop, just stop. It's a joke. And I'll tell you this: why is the NFL being so quiet as to what the number was during Bad Bunny? Why haven't they put that out immediately? You'd think that if the numbers were good, they would have put it out right away. Here we are.
Yeah. For Kendrick, they did it like instantly. For Kendrick, they did it instantly. And then they put it up on YouTube. I noticed that on YouTube, they put it up and they ran it at well past midnight Eastern Standard Time. And they get it up there. And it has maybe 1.4 million views is the last number that I saw. Turning Point halftime show has 20 million views. So this is, of course, 20x the size, just based on the YouTube platform alone.
No, it's incredible. And Benny, it's amazing. I do have to run, but This was an incredible win. I want to thank you for everything that you did to promote this. I don't think a lot of people got behind it. Benny Johnson did. That is definitely going to be remembered. And we did it, man. We did it, and we're going to do it again. And we are going to keep doing it. That's what people have to understand.
Really quickly, end with this. Yes, end with this. What is going to happen next, Jack? It's going to happen every year?
We're just gonna go bigger. We're gonna do what Charlie would have said. Charlie, because we all know, right? You would have gotten the call. I would have gotten the call last night that if Charlie were around, he would have called us up and he would have said, "Next year, 10 times bigger,
50 times harder."
Yep,
50 times harder. That's what he goes. Yep,
that's Charlie.
Yep, 50 times harder. Oh, we got hit. We're down. Joe Biden stole an election. 50 times harder. We go 50 times harder.
That's Charlie Kirk.
I'll end with this, Jack. The people who know Charlie the best know that he loves football, and he was obsessed. He was obsessed with winning culture. He was obsessed with Turning Point, like going and doing alternative things to win culture and to play in their arena, to go on attack. And so, I don't think I've seen actually a more beautiful, mechanized tribute to Charlie's vision actually than this. And so you deserve
positive.
You deserve so much credit. And I was expecting you to take the stage last night. The whole time I was watching, where's Jack? Jack was already on stage. He introduced everyone. He's clearly going to come out and ball with the ball. He's going to come out with Kid Rock. I was expecting it. I knew it. You would have come with the flamethrower. So next year, Jack, I'm going to be there and I'm going to force you to do it.
All right. Here's what we'll do. I'll go play bass, but I don't know. Maybe we can ask the chat. should I trust Benny Johnson with a flamethrower and that close to everybody?
Chat, what do you think? Chat, what do you think, man? They're loving it. They're loving it, Jack.
Elon's got the flamethrowers. We'll get some of those.
They're loving it, Jack. The chat's melting down. I just popped him on screen. Can you shout out the chat and thank them for watching? And then you gotta go.
Shout out the chat. Shout out to all the Patriots. God bless everyone. I know you had to be tech support for your parents and grandparents and your normies out there yesterday. We did it. Patriots stood in the gap. We sent a message. The entire world is looking at it. And the chat of the Benny Show, the Patriots here, played a huge part in that. God bless, guys. I really do have to run.
Thank you, Jack. See you, bro.